English Leap Podcast.
From Speak English with Class.
Hey, English learners. Welcome back to the English Leap Podcast, your go-to English podcast for learning English step by step in a fun and simple way. I'm Erin.
And I'm Evan. How are you today, Erin?
I'm doing well, thank you. I had a busy morning, but now I feel good. What about you?
Oh, my day has been quite productive, actually. I managed to finish some reading, prepare for this episode, and even squeeze in a quick workout before lunch. It was intense, but rewarding.
Whoa, Evan. Don't scare me with your English level already. Slow down.
Oh, sorry, did I sound too advanced?
Yes. Remember, our learners are with us. We can't start at full speed.
You're right. Wait. What if we make this into a fun challenge?
A challenge? That sounds exciting. Tell me more.
Okay, here's the game. We'll talk about just one topic, our daily life, something as simple as talking about our day. But here's the twist. We won't stay at just one level. We'll begin simple with B1 English. Then we'll step up to B2, move higher to C1, and finally reach C2. And with each step, it gets tougher.
Oh, wow. That really makes me wonder. How many of our listeners can survive till the end?
Exactly. Because it's not just tougher in the words we use, but also in the speed of how we speak. It's like riding a roller coaster. The higher we go, the faster it gets. So, hold on tight. No screaming aloud.
Yes, that's the fun part. So, listeners, when this episode ends, comment below and tell us, I survived till B1 or B2 or C1. Or maybe, I survived till the very end, C2.
And we'd really love to see your answers. It helps us know how far you made it, and it makes the challenge even more fun.
And before we dive in, just a quick note. This episode is a little different from our usual ones. It doesn't come with a PDF guide or Crystal's vocabulary breakdown.
Right, because today's episode is not a lesson, it's a challenge. It's all about testing yourself and seeing how far you can go.
So don't go anywhere. The fun is just getting started. This is like a game, a podcast, and a growth challenge, all rolled into one.
Exactly. So, are you ready?
Mm-hmm. Let's begin the challenge. All right. Level 1. B1 English. Let's keep it simple, but not too simple. I'll start. I usually wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning. When my alarm rings, I sometimes feel tired and want to stay in bed, but I know I will be late if I don't get up. So, I get out of bed and go to the bathroom. First, I brush my teeth. Then, I wash my face. And after that, I comb my hair.
Oh, I know that feeling. Sometimes, I also want to stay in bed. Do you press the snooze button?
Yes, sometimes once. But if I press it too many times, I don't have enough time in the morning.
Same here. Do you take a shower in the morning?
Sometimes, yes, but not every day. I usually prefer to take a shower in the evening because it helps me relax after work. When I shower at night, I sleep better. What about you?
I always take a shower in the morning. I wake up at 6:30, a little earlier than you, and after brushing my teeth, I go straight to the shower. A shower makes me feel fresh and ready for the day.
That's nice. After I finish in the bathroom, I go to the kitchen and eat breakfast. I usually eat bread and eggs. Sometimes I also eat fruit, like a banana or an apple, and I drink tea.
That sounds healthy. Do you eat breakfast every day?
Almost every day. If I don't eat, I feel very hungry later in the morning.
I understand. For me, breakfast is very important too. I usually eat bread with cheese, or sometimes rice, and And I always drink coffee. I really like coffee in the morning.
Yes, I know. You love coffee. How many cups do you drink?
Usually 1 cup. But if I feel very sleepy, I drink 2. Coffee gives me energy. Without coffee, it's hard for me to start working.
Oh no, Evan without coffee? That would be a problem.
Yes, that's true.
So,
After breakfast, I get ready for work. I put on my clothes, take my bag, and drive to the office. My office is close, so it only takes about 15 minutes by car. Sometimes I listen to music, and sometimes I listen to English podcasts while driving.
That's a great idea. Practicing English in the car. For me, it's different. I go to work by bus. My office is not very far, but the bus ride takes around 25 minutes. Sometimes I sit, but if the bus is full, I stand. On the bus, I usually listen to music, or I look out of the window and relax.
That sounds nice. Do you ever meet people from the office on the bus?
Yes, sometimes. Last week, I saw Sarah on the bus. She was reading a book and didn't see me at first.
that's so Sarah. Always reading.
Yes. And when I arrive at the office, I say hello to my team. Then I sit at my desk and check my emails. There are always many emails waiting.
Same for me. When I arrive, I sit at my desk, open my laptop, and check emails first. After that, I read messages from my team and make a simple plan for the day.
Very good. I also start with emails. After that, I write reports. And sometimes I have a short meeting with the team in the morning.
Morning meetings. They can be busy, but also helpful.
Yes, sometimes busy, but I don't mind.
So that was our morning and work routine in B1 English. Wake up, wash, eat, travel, check emails, talk to coworkers.
And that's the end of Level 1, B1 English.
So, did you survive Level 1? If yes, good job. Stay with us, because the next level, B2, will be a little harder. Welcome to Level 2, B2 English. Now, the sentences will be a little longer and we'll give more details. Let's talk about our afternoons.
Good idea. In the afternoon, I usually have lunch at the office cafeteria. I often eat with my team because it's nice to take a break together and talk about something other than work. Sometimes we discuss movies or weekend plans, which makes the atmosphere more friendly. After lunch, however, I often feel a little sleepy, especially if I eat rice or pasta. That heavy food makes me feel slow. To fight this, I try to drink some water or go for a short walk because it helps me stay focused on my tasks.
That happens to me too. After lunch, I sometimes feel low energy, and it's difficult to concentrate. To avoid that, I usually prefer to eat something light, like a salad or a sandwich. It helps me stay awake in the afternoon. And honestly, I don't like feeling sleepy when I still have important work to finish.
Do you eat in the cafeteria too?
Not always. Sometimes I eat there with the team, but often I bring food from home because I think it's healthier and also cheaper. When I bring my own lunch, I know exactly what I'm eating, and I don't have to wait in line.
That makes sense. For me, afternoons are usually busy. I often have meetings with my team, and sometimes the meetings are long. After that, I feel both tired and satisfied, because at least we finish important work. I don't like long meetings, but they are useful for solving problems.
Yes, afternoons can be busy for me as well. I usually work on coding tasks, and sometimes I have a lot to do. When that happens, I try to make a small list of things I want to finish before the evening. Making a list helps me stay organized, and I feel motivated when I can cross things off one by one.
That's a good idea. Do you sometimes get distracted?
Oh, yes, many times. Sometimes I check my phone or a coworker comes to talk to me. After that, it's hard to focus again. Sometimes I even forget what I was doing.
I know what you mean. Distractions are everywhere. When I get distracted, I usually put on my headphones and listen to calm music. That helps me stay focused and block the office noise. If I don't do that, I lose too much time.
That's a nice strategy. Music can really help. I sometimes listen to soft music too, but I also like to take short breaks. When I walk around for 5 minutes, I come back with more energy.
Yes, small breaks make a big difference. Without them, the afternoon feels too long.
Exactly. So that's our afternoon routine in B2 English. We talked about lunch, meetings, work, distractions, and even strategies to stay focused.
And we also shared how we feel in the afternoon. Sometimes sleepy, sometimes busy, but usually motivated to finish our tasks.
So, did you survive level 2? If yes, wow, you made it this far. Welcome to the advanced zone. From here on, we'll speak faster, add idioms, and dive into deeper ideas. Many learners give up at this stage, but not you, right? Stay sharp. Let's see if you can survive C1. All right, now the challenge steps up. At this level, you'll hear more complex sentences, natural expressions, and deeper reflections. Let's talk about how we usually spend our evenings.
Sounds good. In the evening, after finishing work, I often feel mentally drained, but I try not to collapse straight onto the sofa. Instead, I usually push myself to go for a walk, or sometimes to the gym. It's amazing how exercise, even a short session, helps me recharge both my body and my mind. You know the saying, a healthy body supports a healthy mind. After that, I have dinner, which usually feels like the reward for getting through the day.
That's true. Exercise can change your mood completely. For me, evenings are mostly family time. I drive home from the office, and to be honest, traffic is often heavy and stressful. However, the moment I reach home and see my family, that stress just melts away. We have dinner together, and I think that simple act of eating with loved ones is one of the best ways to relax after a busy day.
Absolutely. Sharing dinner can be very comforting. What do you usually do after dinner?
I often read. Reading helps me unwind, and sometimes I get so absorbed in the story that I forget about the time. Time really flies when I'm enjoying a good book. On some evenings, I also write in my journal. I reflect on my day. What went well, what I could have done better, and what I want to focus on tomorrow. It's almost like having a conversation with myself, and it helps me stay on track with my long-term goals.
That's an excellent habit. I sometimes do that too, but not regularly. When I take time to reflect, I realize that even small achievements matter. Sometimes, I write down 3 things I'm grateful for, and it shifts my perspective from stress to appreciation.
I love that idea. It's true. Gratitude can completely change how you see the day. And I agree with you. Evenings aren't only about rest, they're also about preparation. If I don't plan my evening well, for example, if I stay up too late scrolling on my phone, then the next morning feels unproductive and rushed.
Yes, I know exactly what you mean. That's why I try to call it a day at the right time. If I keep working into the late evening, I feel like I'm burning the candle at both ends. And then, I lose energy for the next day. But when I stop at a reasonable hour, I can start the next morning with fresh energy and clear focus.
That's a great point. It's about balance. Sometimes people think being busy all the time is good, but in reality, if you don't rest properly, you lose both quality and motivation.
Exactly. For me, evenings are like the bridge between work and rest, a chance to slow down, reflect, and prepare for the future. Without that bridge, I would feel like every day just blurs into the next.
That's beautifully said. So, this was our evening routine in C1 English. We talked about exercise, family, reading, journaling, gratitude, and even balance.
And you probably noticed that our sentences are longer. We used idioms, and the conversation included more abstract thoughts. So, did you survive level 3?
If yes, that's incredible. You're still standing. You should be proud. Most people stop before this point, but you kept going.
And now, the moment of truth. You've made it all the way to the ultimate test, level C2. From here, the training wheels are off. We'll speak at natural speed, dive into abstract ideas, and have the kind of conversation that native speakers enjoy every day.
This is the final boss level. Very few learners survive until the end. If you're still with us now, you're already extraordinary.
But here's the real question. Can you keep up when the language gets as fast and as natural as life itself?
Let's find out together. Welcome to Level 4, C2 English. This is the summit of the challenge. If you're here, congratulations. You've reached the highest point. At this level, the language will sound more natural, more intricate, and yes, a little philosophical.
So listen closely, stay sharp, and challenge yourself to hold on until the very end. If you can survive C2, you're already standing shoulder to shoulder with advanced English speakers around the world. At this stage, we're not just talking about daily actions. We're exploring what they signify. For instance, when I reflect on my evenings, I realize that the repeated choices I make, exercising, reading, preparing for the next day, gradually weave themselves into the fabric of my identity. It isn't only what I do each night, but who I am quietly becoming because of those actions.
That's beautifully said. In my view, every routine functions like a seed planted in the soil of our lives. At first, the seed appears small, almost invisible, but over time it grows into a tree that shapes the landscape of our future. If my evenings are spent scrolling aimlessly on my phone, then I am planting seeds of distraction. But if I choose to read, reflect, or learn, I am planting seeds of growth and intention.
Yes, and this leads us to an even larger question. How do we perceive time itself? In modern society, we are often relentlessly busy, rushing from one task to another, filling every hour with activity. Yet being busy is not the same as living fully. In fact, it can be the opposite. Sometimes it feels as though we are caught in the rat race, moving faster and faster, but without direction or meaning.
I couldn't agree more. Activity without reflection can become emptiness disguised as progress. I often ask myself, did I truly live today, or did I merely manage a schedule? The clock never pauses. Time slips through our fingers like sand, whether we notice it or not. The tragedy is not that time passes, but that we fail to give it depth and significance.
Precisely. That is why I believe reflection is not a luxury, but a necessity. Without it, days blur together into a meaningless cycle. But when we pause to consider what we've done and why, we add layers of meaning to the hours we've already spent. We transform ordinary routines into deliberate rituals that shape our character.
And that is the essence of a day well lived. Night is not simply the end of a cycle. It is an invitation to pause, to step back, and to recognize that our routines are never neutral. They either confine us to patterns of mediocrity, or they elevate us toward purpose and identity.
Well put. So, our challenge ends with this. Every day is more than just a schedule to be managed. It is a story to be authored. The question is whether we are writing that story consciously, or letting it be written by habit and haste.
And that was Level 4. C2 English. We pushed beyond routines into the philosophy of time, identity, and meaning.
So, did you survive this final level? If yes, you've completed the challenge. Congratulations.
Comment below and tell us B1, B2, C1, or C2. Let's see how far you made it.
And remember, there's no right or wrong answer here. If you stopped at B1, that's perfectly fine. It just shows you where you are today and where you can grow tomorrow.
Exactly. Every level you reach is progress. The important thing is that you showed up, you listened, and you challenged yourself.
If you enjoyed this episode, let us know. We might make more challenge episodes in the future, so you can test yourself again and again.
This has been a fun journey, from B1 all the way to C2. Thank you for staying with us.
And as always, keep practicing, keep growing, and keep challenging yourself.
Right. See you in the next episode of the English Leap podcast.
Your progress doesn't end here. To continue advancing your English skills, click on the next video or explore the additional videos we've thoughtfully selected for you.